Hello everybody and welcome yourselves to the first official episode of the Ascension Podcast. We have the unreleased version before that no one except Ascension people will get to see. But it's the first official one we're doing. And now we're starting this podcast, and it's going to be super fun thing that we're going to be doing. So for the first episodes, of course, we've got myself, Faded, and we have Drubin, Cherry and Harvey joining me for the first one. We'll go through them one by one. Drubin, start with yourself. Introduce yourself.
Well, my name was already said. My name is Drubin, and I'm a Rocket League player for Ascension Draco.
Brilliant. Cherry.
Hello, my name is Cherry. I'm a player for Ascension Curious and Ascension's social media manager.
And Harvey.
Hello, my name is Herbie, and I'm addicted to FIFA. Somebody told me to start attending AA meetings, so here I am.
Yep, and then I'm Faded. So
finally brought him.
Yeah, I'm the sub for Curious. That is that. For the topics today, it's going to be a shorter one, where we're going to try and keep the episode somewhat short. Outside of this introduction, we're going to be talking about some Rocket League stuff, general things happening in Rocket League and esports things. And then afterwards, a bit of stuff about Ascension. We don't have much this week, just more about things that have been happening lately with the teams. And then after that, we're going to go into a bit more of the potentially fun section. We've got some questions for the members here, mainly to sort of learn more about each other, and so that should be good fun. So let's begin. We're starting off with some Rocket League things, and this first point, I know Fortnite's not everyone's forte, but I think some people have seen that you can now use the Octane in Fortnite creative modes, which I thought was odd to see, especially given the fact that now Fortnite has Rocket League create mode before Rocket League has it, which is a bit daft. And more so, this could actually see the potential for creative mode in Rocket League proper, potentially when Unreal Engine 5 comes out. So, I mean, what do we all think of that? Because I found it a bit odd, but also kind of cool at the same time.
It looked really cool, in my opinion.
It looks cool.
It looked funny. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it myself, but it looks odd.
It felt very weird, like looking at a different game, but then this guy doing like the fucking rings map in Fortnite. Aerial control on Fortnite in creative mode, and Rocket League doesn't have that yet. But I guess, like Faded said, when Unreal Engine 5 comes out, maybe we'll have a creative mode. Hopefully we will.
When it comes out.
Yeah, it's a when, not if, at this rate. Because the only way you could get like custom maps or anything is like if you make them to the a level editor or whatever, and then you upload them to the workshop. But other than that, you can't make custom maps, whatever. But Fortnite does let you do that in game, and I would like to see Rocket League do the same thing. Because I mean, there's endless possibilities with doing that.
No. See if Latimer makes a Fortnite map.
Imagine it just goes full circle. We get Rocket League maps in Fortnite, but then Rocket League does a full switcheroo.
Rocket League
then we get Fortnite maps. We get tilted towers in Rocket League. Imagine. Ayo.
Rocket League Battle Royale. Well, technically there is a Battle Royale for Rocket League already, but it's...
there was.
Knockout.
Yeah, Knockout. That's what it was called.
No, but even back in the day, there were workshop maps that didn't really work, but they were Rocket League Battle Royale or something like that.
I mean, it's a difficult thing to do.
Long ago, though.
Yeah. But yeah, possibilities are endless with that, so that's what I would like to see. But yeah, we're just going to skim over that point because there's nothing too major, but I think it's something that could become bigger in the future. On to RLCS stuff, Harvey's least favourite topic. He'll be sad.
He loves it.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Yeah, not even said a word. But yeah, RLCS stuff. Again, we'll skim over this because there's that much of it that I think everyone can find it out themselves. But there's been lots of not only new orgs joining, but also teams changing the lineups or getting new lineups altogether. I'm going to very quickly bring up Wikipedia actually, just to tell you about some of the recent changes. Just today, on the 6th of October, when we're recording this episode, Guild picked up a new team. Then the other day, Williams Resolve and Sonics also did so. which is good to see. Endpoint as well. They did
Devo.
yeah, Devo's got himself a new team. And yeah, there's many
Go.
others that we've seen. Just going down the list. Dignitas, of course, Gamers First, Oxygen, EG changed their team. And yeah, that's as far as this list will go.
Oxygen is gonna be funny.
It will
They
be.
have, like, it's like a mentality.
What is
Issue.
Oxygen's roster?
That's
Archie, Oli, and Jorius.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's a team that you know of all the players are good, but it's like it's a test of their mentality.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Legitimate question: who hasn't changed their roster?
G2?
G2's not. Yeah.
NRG.
NRG didn't
And
change.
actually, they should have changed, but they didn't.
Yeah.
There's someone else I'm forgetting.
Anyone in EU?
Furia.
EU, Fury
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
change.
Furia.
But if we're talking EU, Liquid didn't change.
BDS?
Liquid. Yeah.
BDS didn't change either.
Yeah. Jeez.
Honestly, at the top teams, I think those are the only EU teams that did not make at least one change.
I'm
No.
really excited to see Solary.
Oh
It's
yes,
full
Okay.
French now, right?
K-Dop, Ferry, and Chaussette.
Oh.
that's.
Like, goddamn.
I mean,
Is he
that's
gonna
something.
K-pop?
I hope.
K- K-pop?
K-flop.
Okay.
Bro, these wordplays, bro. Goddamn.
It's
Yeah.
a good idea though, especially if Paris gets Worlds at the end of the season.
That
I mean,
would
that
be
is that
sick.
is
Mm.
I
definitely
hope
gonna
so.
create-
France deserves a LAN.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
at least a LAN.
I mean, if you talk about France, they are doing a CS:GO major next year, and you know, Emmanuel Macron wants to see more esports events in France, which already I think it's really cool that you have a president that wants to see more esports stuff and he actively supports it.
Yeah.
I think if Worlds happen in France, that'd be awesome.
I'm still hoping for Kato.
Yeah, or Cologne. One of them.
If we have a LAN in Kato or Cologne, goddamn.
Yeah.
Kato.
Katowice.
Did they have one before there?
Nope. They were
Um,
considering having a LAN in Kato, but it broke down.
Yeah, I think they were gonna have. If you remember the Intel World Open,
Yeah.
they were going to do like some of the games, like the group stage games or whatever in Katowice, but and then the finals will be in Japan or wherever it was. Yeah, Japan. So yeah,
That was in plans like before COVID, right?
yeah,
Like
it was,
the
Yeah.
plans would be made
Yeah.
before COVID, and then
Pre-COVID.
COVID hit, and it just
Yeah.
ruined everything.
no, COVID ruined a lot. So
L.
it's unfortunate.
What did COVID not ruin? That's
Yeah,
the question.
exactly. Cool.
Online
Toilet
careers.
paper sales.
Yeah.
True. they would skyrocketed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just been one disaster after another with the last few years. It's just never ending. I mean, it's led to the biggest recession in yonks.
Yeah, we're having a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I'd like to live in 2022. We hate
Although
it.
we have a surprise guest in the waiting room.
We
Fuck
are
are
in the
you
waiting room.
waiting
Yeah.
for?
We have a surprise guest.
Surprise. Fucking go away.
Let's keep
Hello.
go away. Surprise.
And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Here.
There's a surprise
There,
appearance,
I DC'd.
and he left. There we go.
Nice.
We have a streaker.
Yeah, we had a streaker. God damn it.
Streaker in the studio. Just
Should we go
fucking
to
random.
live?
Probably.
Probably. Yeah, let's do that.
Shall we
That's
just
nice.
quickly change voice chats? Yeah,
Yeah,
made the record. Yeah.
right now. There we go.
There we go.
Fantastic. Now,
Nothing ever.
hopefully no one will disturb us now.
Just get that out.
Yeah.
Cut
No, I
the
think keep it in because it's
Oh,
funny.
yeah, for the bloopers.
Yeah, bloopers are bloopers
whole-
in the,
behind the scenes.
behind the
Yeah.
scenes in the actual recording.
Oh
That's
my
what's
God.
happening.
He called us meanies, bro. Bruh.
Minis.
Unlucky.
Wow.
Unlucky, bro.
Yeah. So okay, I think that'll do for early sports because all the qualifiers are starting to kick off now. So that's going to be honestly sick to see. Now we go on to point number 3. We're actually zooming through this. We were meant to time this for 20 minutes, but we're already 10 minutes in and we're nearing the end. Planet Sundays it's something big that's happening. Mr. Harvey's been sorting all of that out. And yeah, it's basically Mount Sunday's just more internationally themed, World Cup themed, I suppose you could put it like that. So I think Harvey, it'll be really right for you to tell everyone what's happening with us.
Well, I can say it here because this podcast probably isn't going to make it to anyone in the next 2 days, I want to say. Planet Sundays actually has a prize pool this season.
Oh,
Mount Sundays had never had a formal prize pool before, but this Planet Sundays will have €100.
Whoa.
not
for the top
bad.
two,
Whoa.
which is a nice thing to have for us. There's 22 sign-ups at the time of recording. Most Mount Sunday seasons we tend to get between 22 and 26, so that's progressed well at the moment, and we've got some Ascension rosters that are in and some that are not so far. I think
Don't look at me, bro.
the most notable though of the bunch has to be the Netherlands. Draco signing up as the Netherlands. That's a solid roster.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Had to go for orange.
they really had to.
Yeah.
Ascension Cosmosis as Germany as well. Me, Asuna, and not Dumato, but Bree are signed up as Switzerland.
Jeez.
And Silent Panda has abandoned Kyrios to sign up with Donut
Traitor.
and Moggy. And they are Djibouti.
Well, at least you picked a good name.
Who's booty?
They are the booty.
Yeah, we had a big debate, or I would say debate about which countries you could play as, and let's just
That was
say
a class
it
conversation.
was a class conversation, but to avoid controversy, we should go into it.
Right, okay.
Because I think if I were to start mentioning them, someone would have something to say about it. So let's skip over that. But yeah, Planet Sundays with a prize pool, which it's great to see. So that's wonderful stuff. I was going to mention something else, but I've completely forgot, so we'll not bother. We'll go into that next. That'll be the next thing.
Right.
So that's the Rocket League stuff out of the way. I was going to mention another topic, but I just forgot, so it's probably not important. Ascension stuff. We're actually zooming through this podcast, Jesus Christ. So yeah, mainly it's just recent results that have happened. I wish I did my research, but I've totally not done that, so...
I'm checking which teams we played.
I
Yeah.
have the whole tournaments open here.
Yeah, I'm going to get the tournaments open real quick. And we'll see the pain.
Only if the standings go.
See the pet, yeah.
We will see the pain.
Yeah.
F.
So I think we'll go through each team one by one. I think that's the fairest way to do it. So yeah, and let's skim through the conferences until I find one that stands out. It's probably going to be Kyrios first. Why don't we start?
Kyrios first. God damn.
Nothing great in it.
Yeah, nothing great.
No?
No?
No, are we going from like the beginning of the season or this week?
I take it beginning.
Or the beginning. Okay, wait. Which teams did we hold on? Because I remember that we lost most of our matches. I remember we
Alright.
won against
After-
Shaman.
At the full results, right? So week one
Yeah.
lost to Kotsumet Club. That's Jota and Val and Maj. Then lost to Titan Alpha. Then lost to Flyback Esports. Then beat Shaman. Lost to Worlds 5. Then a forfeit win over Dance Monkey.
What was the third game?
Third game, Flyback.
Oh, Flyback, yeah.
Yeah, and then we have Team Big G, which is Hodge's team, I believe. Austrian Force Fire and Donkey Punch in the remaining 3 games.
Well,
So one team below you.
Austrian Force Fire should be a win.
Yeah,
Like, I'd be disappointed if it wasn't. Team Big G that we play next, that's going to be difficult. I guess we can get a game off of them or something. And Donkey Punch, like, if we get a game off of them, that's a success in my book.
yeah.
They're strong as hell.
I mean, we played them in the Vortex qualifier, and
True,
I would
yeah.
say didn't do too bad against them. Like, got a game, so
Oh, did we also lose 3-1?
it was 3-1. I think 3-1 is just the car scoreline.
Yeah,
be
we
honest.
we had so many 3-1s. Like,
Mhm.
Custom Club 3-1, Tyson Alpha 3-1, Flyback was 3-1 as well. Like,
Rolls
so many
5.
3-1 losses, but we keep getting that 1 point every series.
Yeah.
This is why we're not last.
Yeah, it's why we're not last, because we're just accumulating those scraping points off of these
Keeping a
teams.
game.
So,
Every time.
yeah, it's great.
Every time.
So, yeah, gonna be a rough few weeks to come, but yeah, the hope is that we'll at least stay up in Champs Div and not have to play the relegation games. So that is that. Let's go to Cosmosis
Oh,
for the next one. They've had a stinker. I'll really quickly bring up their match history. See, none of us are in Cosmosis, so we can slag them off as much as we like.
Let's was there, but like we
They
kicked him.
did lose a player at the beginning, though.
Yeah, they did. They were with Chucho, but Chucho's, got a job now. So he's got not much time, which is a shame. So yeah, with Cosmosis, they got beat, by Wookiee Esports 3-1. Then Underdog Gaming 3-1. Then Chroma Surge 3-0. Then Kirin Gaming 3-0. And then the only win is a forfeit over Stealth 7 Venetic, who DNF'd. So
Yeah.
yeah, not amazing.
Haven't won a single series.
Yeah. So the thing is, their conference is a 9-team conference, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
It is.
So they have one less game than us, for example, Curios. So they've got 3 games still. They have Opus, Esports Academy, Omega Warriors, and Astro Dorflux.
Okay, so they play top seed, and then 5th place, and then 8th place.
Yeah, so they can
tough.
get a couple wins, I reckon,
Yeah,
and stay up.
difficult.
It is going to be difficult for Cosmosis. Right, now I need to find the next team. I believe Draco. Yeah, Draco's the next team we'll talk about. Their season has been so-so.
You
Perhaps
mentioned Polaris.
Polaris.
They are
Good idea. Polaris, where are they?
two.
Conference 2. They completely skimmed over it. We'll go to Draco in a second. Polaris. 1 and 3. That's where they stand currently.
So
Fuck.
many teams have solely 2 games played in their conference.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh, we don't need to go into that.
We don't need to go into that yet. But yeah, let's talk about Polaris a little second. So yeah, they're shit. I just said it. 1 and 3. They won their first game against Skull Esports. I definitely pronounced that wrong. Then they got swept by Air Drag Gaming. Then 3-1 lost to Hades, and then 3-0 lost to Team Serene Series, the Z.
Jesus.
And now 5 more games to go.
Yeah.
And they got games against Iroh, Eternal Void, One Life Esports, Lone Wolves, the name's cut off, Lone Wolves Cosmos, and Respect Esports. Okay. Wish we had someone from Polaris here, but no. So
I mean, for future podcasts, we could invite Solar. He's
yeah,
always talkative.
he'll do it. So next time we'll get Solar on, and then he can talk more about it.
Yeah.
He can talk about Polaris, yeah.
For now, no, we won't get the word from him. So yeah, so far the thing's just been a tough season. That's all it's
It's not
been.
impossible for them to
To
stay
be
up.
expected, though.
Yeah.
I said this on the last podcast. They're all in Champs Div. It's a bit of an adjustment period for them. I think Cosmosis were best suited to being in Champs Div, and then they lost Chucho, so that was really unfortunate timing for them.
Well, what's the I don't know what to call it, format, I guess? Like, which teams play for relegation? Is it 10th, 9th, and 8th?
I think so.
It's probably going to vary with the smaller divisions this season. Which is something we'd need to take into account.
I'll very quickly take a look at the rule book if I can quickly find it.
Peek at the rule book.
Yeah, ACC 11. There's a section entirely for us. Right, it's 4 conference divisions, promotion relegation. The last place team of each conference automatically relegates. The second to last place team will defend their spot.
Okay, so
So if you're 8th, then you stay up.
in the 10 team one.
Yeah, and then if you're how it would be like if it's 10 teams, then 10th is relegated, and then 9th plays a promotion game, 8th stays. I don't know how it's going to work in a 9-team conference though, but I would assume it's the same. Unless it's a mix, because in some of them there's like a mixture of 10 and 9 division teams, 10 and 9 team divisions, so, or conferences should I say, so it's a bit complex, shall we say.
Fun.
Yeah, we like it when it's
Rules and that.
complicated.
Yes.
Love it.
The ECC way.
Yes, nothing simple. Anyway, moving on to Draco. Way, Driven Good Talk.
We can talk.
2-2. How would you describe the season so far?
Meh.
Meh.
The two losses were avoidable, I would say.
Symbiotes Corrupt and Flyback Esports 2.
Yeah. They are both third in points. They are unbeaten, but they shouldn't be.
Not many games played in this division either, is there?
No.
What the hell?
Yeah,
We've basically been playing our postponed game in the week after it was supposed to be played. So we have now played our week 5 game last week. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we basically have 2 games this week, but we haven't scheduled a single one yet.
Yeah. But
I think we have played all teams above us except for Galamo, and then we still have to play EUG, Scorch, and TC.
Yeah.
So playoffs is still very much on.
Yeah.
Let's go, Draco.
TC, that's an interesting team.
Yeah, is that with Samu? Is he
Yeah,
still there?
Samu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Samu. We love Samu.
The SSL in Division 3.
Yeah. I still don't get that.
Not in Division 3 anymore.
Yeah,
It's like they're
was.
struggling, though. Bottom of the division.
Yep. With 4 games won, to be fair. But yeah, still recoverable for playoffs.
Still recoverable, yeah.
Yeah, right. Where's the next tier? I feel like I have to go like way down the divisions to find this.
Alright. I need to rub it in. Jeez.
Well, I think Sunburst are the only team left. And sitting at 2-4, Mr. Harvey.
Yes, we've actually played all our games.
Oh yeah. You're like,
How's that going?
Well, yeah. One of the remaining teams that we're yet to play, Hollich Eagles, they're dropping out, so we'll probably get a forfeit win against them. And then we still have to play against Rootlingen, however you pronounce it, which that'll be Yui and Emphy playing for that team, I think.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting
right.
for us. And then our final game of the season is against Kamikaze Warriors, who are currently bottom of the table. So I think it's still very realistic for us to finish 5-4. We have lost our last 3 games, but we've taken 4 points from those games. And I wouldn't really say we were comprehensively outplayed in any of them. I mean, we've still won 10 games this season individually. And I don't mind if we don't make the playoffs either, because I'm pretty sure neither of my teammates can actually play on playoff day.
Oh, God.
So,
And Bree is just as slightly too high.
what can you do? But I have enjoyed playing in Division 4 this ECC season. Individually, stats-wise, I've been one of the top players in the division, so it's a nice change of pace from last time.
Alright, last time. One we shall not speak of. So yeah, I think that does it for ECC. I think we could go into RS. The thing is, RS wrapped up not too long ago, actually. So is there anything interesting to come from that regarding Ascension people?
Oh, well, a couple of Ascension people got runners-up in their respective tiers. Ascension Kenya, Chucha and Cherry, runners-up to Kirin Pyro, losing in Game 7 of the Elite Playoff Final.
That was a bit sad, that loss in the final, because that was almost like the perfect ending to me and Chucho like playing together. Because of course he's retiring now, and my career with Ascension started with him. So if we won RS, especially after the season that we had, because our playoff run was a bit insane.
Yeah, it's a shame. It was an entertaining final, though. I mean, Kirin Pyro deserved to win it on the balance of things, I think.
Well, yeah, like if we had to lose against anyone in both of the tiers, it had to be them. Like, they deserved it so much.
Cass and Giannis were also runners-up in their tier. They lost in 6 games in the Challenger tier final to TK Esports, who, much like here in Pyro, they were the deserved champions of the tier, and brothers in the league, unfortunately. They did beat the Cantonese couple in the semi-finals. That was an upset for them. So for them to even get into the final, I think was a huge achievement for them.
Who was in Cantonese couple?
Percy and Jez.
Oh, yeah.
Jez.
Jez,
Jazz.
the OG.
Love it.
And the Master Tier final is still yet to happen. So
Oh.
another Ascension member could get his first silverware, Havoc, for Oofstones if they can overhaul Kirin Gaming in the final.
Also, it is Kirin in the final. They're going for the double.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Big.
Big.
So yeah, that's RS. This is interesting. And then finally SCL. Scotland League. We recently
Ascension Alba.
we recently had the group stage. Top of Group A, which is very nice. And so it's going to be the bracket stage soon? Question mark.
Is it tomorrow or when is it?
No. Not tomorrow. Well,
It's not for a long time yet, is it?
tomorrow I think
I
is
don't know,
the
mate.
final group, and then, or it's gonna. I don't know if it's next week or not. Let me see. Rocket League. So the knockouts start on the 14th, which is next Friday. That'll be round 1. Round 2 will be that will be the semis. Will be the weekend after, the Friday after, and then the 3rd place match and finals will be on the 20th in Dundee. So
On the land.
yeah, on LAN.
Let's go.
So yeah,
Ascension Online.
the aim is to get top 4 basically to make LAN.
But you can go further than that, can't you? The way I've heard you talking about it so far, I think you're quite confident about your chances
Yeah.
to maybe win the whole thing, aren't you?
Potentially, well, there's some strong teams, so maybe win the whole thing's a bit, out of the question. But I think at least making the finals is realistic. So
Any notable Scottish players that are?
there's Stephen, if you know her.
Oh yeah.
There's Calcify, Icon, Hydra, Marky is flying. Big Mark.
So Marky Duda.
Yeah, he's flying.
Oh dear.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Season 2 world champion.
There's
in the competition.
also Pops as well. I don't know if people know him, but he's also doing it. Anderson as well. So there's quite a few decent Scottish players playing in it. So I wouldn't say it's as well. In some ways it's less stacked, other ways it's more stacked than last season. Some notable players like Shots, for example, who aren't playing this time round.
No.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, if we get at least top 4, then you'll be seeing Ascension Alba at LAN. Whether we lose the semis or win doesn't matter. We'll play either way. So yeah, stuff to look forward to.
Sick.
That is sick.
Oh.
Alright, so now we're half an hour into this, so we've got plenty of time for question time. I called this section Ask Reddit Questions in
Fun
the
little section,
previous
my
one.
favourite.
It was our favourite section because it is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And I put down 4 questions, but if we get to them quick, I'll find more. So now it's going to be called Question Time. And this is just learning about each other a bit more and some funny stuff. And also just some more general things. So yeah, we'll start off with the first question, and it's a, I guess, personal question about, well, I wouldn't say personal, but yeah, you get what I mean. What is one thing that people are generally surprised to find out about you?
Who's gonna start?
Yeah, who will start?
Who already has an answer?
I do. I can
Okay,
start.
Or me.
here you go.
People are generally surprised to find out that I'm 20, because the first thing that people hear when they interact with me is my voice, and people have said that it's quite deep, so they'd associate it with somebody that was older than that, and then if they've played in Rocket Sundays or the UCC, then they would then associate my admin behaviour with me, or however you want to put it, and again assume that I'm older than 20, and then when they actually find it out, it's just a surprise to them, I think. And I think a big reason for that is because I got started early with this whole kind of thing. I've been an admin now in Rocket Sunday since late 2018, so I was 16 at the time, and I think when I first casted, I might have even been 15. So I don't know. It's just been an evolution over a few years, I think, that has led me to this point.
To be honest, I thought you were like 27 when I first heard you. I'm like genuinely 27, and it was the same thing, right? With Kurtzer, like when he joined Curious in 2020, he was like 16 at the time, and he genuinely sounded 25 plus because his voice was already so deep. I was convinced that I was playing with like a fully grown adult, like mid 20s, and then he tells me, "Oh no, I'm 16," and I'm like, "What? What do you mean 16? You don't sound 16."
Yeah.
I have a question for Herbie. Is there any VODs of that first cast?
Oh.
Not that far back.
No.
This would have been on not even on one of the Twitch channels that we use these days. It would have been back on my old team, which just played in the ESL tournaments in 2017. So
Damn.
no, that wouldn't exist anymore. But I'm happy for it because when
Yeah.
I first started casting in Rocket Sundays, I had no idea what I was doing. So yeah.
All right. I'll go on mine now because it's, well, I've got two, I guess, and one is related to what Harvey said, only sort of in the opposite way. Especially when a lot of people see what I look like. They're surprised to find out I'm 21. So, I mean, one example is that very recently I went to Tesco's and went to buy an energy drink, which of course you need to be at least 16 to buy. And to nobody's surprise, I got ID'd. You know, one of the staff there was like, "Oh, can I see your ID?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Because it's just like, "Oh, I can't tell how old you are." I'm like, "Well, I get that a lot, so yeah, it's no worries." So a lot of people have said that I look as I was like 16 or 17, despite the fact I'm 21, nearly 22 next month. So yeah, it's just like Harvey, but in the opposite way. People think he's really old. Everyone thinks I'm a lot younger than I really am. So there you go.
In about 30 years, you'll be thankful for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a good thing, to be honest. People thinking that you're younger than you really are, and you know, of course, you still know how old you are, and it's not an amazing feeling, but at the same time, it's like, kind of cool.
I think mine's an optical illusion, probably. I look 21, at least in my opinion. So when people see that, they then think, "Oh, well, he's not 30." So
Yeah.
Well, he can't be 30, can he?
No way.
There's no shot.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, I'll go last.
Well, this is something that probably no one online even knows, but I almost went to acting school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Why was that?
The reason for that was in the last year of primary school, the kids always have to do like this musical, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's so good at this," that I almost got convinced to go to acting school. Then all my friends went to a different school, so I decided not to.
So you played one of the leads in that musical, did you? In
Yes.
primary school?
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me actually of
I wish I
something,
could say
but
the
I'll
same.
let Truman finish.
I was one of the people in the back of the choir singing off key in those musicals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
All right.
All right. Well, I don't know if I should say the thing that's online or like real life. Surprised, because I've got two.
You can say
I
both
guess
if you want.
I guess I should just say both though. Well, the online thing, obviously, is people being surprised that I'm KBM. I'm a KBM Rocket League player, right? And one of the explanations, right? One people that the one time was surprised that I'm KBM actually gave me an explanation why they're surprised. Because when I aerial and when I rotate my car, it doesn't look stiff. That it looks like surprisingly like smooth when I spin around, and that's why he thought I was controller. I was a controller player. But this is something I get so often, right? Like people just don't think you're KBM. People automatically assume you're controller.
No,
which is
Yeah.
just, I don't know, strange.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like 90% plays controller, so I would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there aren't
I
many
guess so.
prominent KBM players, so
Torsos and Yu-Gi-Oh forever in my heart. The KBM pros, my goats.
can we dig
But-
further into it though? Why do you play KBM and not controller?
I have a reason for that actually, because I started with controller. I had an Xbox One controller. I started with that for like the first 400 hours in Rocket League, and then on football training, I broke my wrist. I had to have it in a cast, and I couldn't hold the controller properly with my left hand. Like I would have to properly hold it with my right hand, and that was the only grip I had on the controller, and that was uncomfortable. So I could still like rotate my hand. So I just started playing KBM, and the hand took long enough to heal that I just got used to KBM and never went back. So yeah,
That's quite a cool story.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I made a switch against my own will, kinda, but I don't regret it. And
Nice.
well, for the real life thing that people are surprised about me most of the time when I say that story is that back in primary school and elementary school, you know how you have those like after our like classes, acting classes
Yeah.
in school. Yeah. That's actually kind of embarrassing to say, but I played women's roles more often than I did male roles in these acting classes. Like I was always assigned the female roles because we had like only one girl in that group and like 10 boys. And whenever there was a class, whenever there was a play that required 2 female roles, I was always assigned the other female role. I don't know why, because I'm a fucking giant. So I don't know why people assign me like and not someone more average height.
No.
Because imagine like, I don't know, like from a group of men choosing who's got to be a woman, and you choose someone who's 6'3". Like, come on.
Well, hang on. You said primary school. You weren't 6'3"
Yeah,
back
6'3".
then. were
Well,
you?
not then. Okay, no, not 6'3". I was like what? At the end of primary school
6'2".
and throughout elementary school, I was 6'1", maybe.
In
What?
primary
What?
school, you were 6'1".
Bro,
Yeah,
How?
That's
I
ridiculous.
I peaked very early
What the
in
fuck?
terms of height.
My God.
I was already
Was he tall-
6'1".
Hang on. How tall was your teacher? Were you actually taller than your teacher?
I was taller than most of my teachers.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
peaked
Bro.
so early. Like at the end of primary school, I was 6 foot. Yeah, just 6 foot at the end of primary school. So that was like class. I don't know how do you call it in English. Year 6, I guess. That's the end of primary school, and then elementary school is another 3 years, and I just grew an inch throughout elementary school. I don't know, bro. Like
That's
I
honest-
peaked
That's
so
mad
early.
to think
That
about.
is insane.
Like, Bree is a primary school teacher. Could you imagine hearing from her that like her class is all, I don't know, what, 4 foot tall, and they're all filing through the door, and then someone comes in at the back and they are 6'1".
Nah,
Yeah.
but Bree just like year 1 to year 3 though.
Yeah.
And you know how like when you start growing, you have that like massive bursts, or like in a year you grow like.
I don't really.
feet or
That
two.
doesn't happen in primary school. I mean, not in the UK anyway. Like,
Yeah.
Happened to me.
If it happens when you're 12 or 13, generally speaking.
Hmm.
What year is primary school?
Maybe it's
Like,
different in the UK.
I'm pretty sure that elementary school it doesn't start when you're. No, hold on. What am I saying?
Primary school here starts when you're 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same here.
That's what I
4
was
4
imagining.
to 5.
Like, ages 4 to 11.
4
Yeah.
to 12 here.
4 to 11, 4 to 12, depending on when you were born.
Yeah, so you finish. Well, in Poland, you finish primary school at 13.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
yeah.
My guy was 6'1" in primary school.
6'1".
I was barely 5'2" in primary school.
Well, nowadays they changed the system, and you have additional 2 classes in primary school than I used to have. So you actually finish it at 15.
Oh, what?
But
15.
Fifth.
Yeah,
That's a bit
primary school.
strange.
Primary school.
Well, you end primary school at 15 and then you go straight to high school.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
elementary school is just gone.
I hear you
It
start
doesn't
high
exist.
school at like
That's-
11 or
that's not-
12. You know,
Yeah.
What
12
the
to
fuck?
16, 18-ish.
and keep in mind, like your elementary school or whatever, or primary school ends at 15. Like the school leaving age in Scotland is 16. You know, I find
What
that. I
the
find.
fuck?
Yeah, I'm not joking. 16 is a school leaving age in Scotland.
When did I graduate? Hold on.
Speaking of school leaving age, doesn't that file quite nicely into the next question?
It does.
True, yeah, let's go.
Oh,
Yeah, talk about high school.
segue.
So this is one, well, maybe easy or hard to say. We could get all sorts of answers here. What's your biggest high school regret?
I already have an answer. So I
Okay.
guess I can start.
Yeah, you can start.
Yeah, go on.
Because of COVID, we didn't have prom. And I regret not having prom.
Okay, that's a fair one.
Fuck COVID. That simple, quick answer. Anyone else can continue.
Okay.
Bruh.
No need
Give me
for
no
more
time to
explanation.
That's just
There's
it, is it?
there's no
I
need
have
for
one
more
that comes to
explanation. We just
mind.
didn't have prom, so
But I don't want to say it.
Alright, I'll go next. I guess I have two. One, not studying more, I suppose. I think that's a really generic one, but I'm like the biggest procrastinator on fucking planet Earth, I feel like. So it was good because I was like naturally good at academic stuff when I was younger, so it's like you don't have to put in as much effort to learn shit. I just picked things up really quickly, and I could get away with that to an extent, but see, when I actually had to study it was a lot more difficult. And so yeah, I do still suffer with that today. It's can be a pain. And I guess second one, not being more sociable. I think, you know, even now I still wouldn't consider myself very sociable, but you know, I didn't mind it back then, right? But in hindsight, I did wish I would be a bit more outgoing, even though it's against my natural instinct, I suppose. So yeah, those are my two.
I actually got a second one because you just said two, and I just remember the second one.
God.
Yeah, because like for the finals, right? In England, you have GCSEs.
Yeah.
And I guess in Poland, we just have finals. We have basic math, basic Polish, and basic English, or just second language, and then you can have as many additional subjects as you want. And I remember I only did the three basic ones. I did advanced English, and I regret not doing advanced maths because my teacher scared the living shit out of me about this test. Like she kept telling us the whole year that it was like, oh, it's going to be the most difficult test you'll ever take, and like, oh, some of you might fail, right? And we were like the best maths class in the whole fucking school as a collective. And I basically like pussied out of that test, thinking that I won't need it because I was not looking to have like maths in college.
No.
And it turned out like when people actually finished the test, like after I finished all of my tests, right? They did the advanced math and they had like 50-60%. And I'm like, bro, why didn't I do it? It literally would have been free. Like, I was upset. I was upset that I pussied out, and I was upset at my teacher because like she kept scaring us about it. And it actually worked on me.
Unlucky.
Unlucky, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could go back and write it, but no, I can't be asked now. Too late.
Too late.
I'd have to relearn half the stuff I learned in high school. No point.
Yeah, you forgot the shit.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah. Too much of a hustle.
Right. Who now?
Well, I have one, which is not talking to the crush, the classic one. Because
Yeah.
I last year found out that she had me as her crush as well, which makes it even more
Oh, fuck.
pain.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, yeah. But we're both over each other, so
Aye.
it is what it is.
I feel like almost everyone gets that, to be honest.
No.
At least to some extent.
I don't know. I never found out. Maybe, but I never found
Yeah, as I
out.
said, maybe not to the same extent, but in some way, yes. Most people do.
Well,
Herbert?
Herbert.
I didn't.
no, but
Go on,
really
then.
want to be saying this, but my one is total opposite end of the spectrum to what you guys have said. Actually, I wish that I never went to prom.
Okay.
All right.
Something happened there, or
No, it was like I actually did ask out my high school crush, and was in a relationship with her for 2.5 years in the end. No, 2 years. And I ended up going to the same college as her for that reason, going to college with her.
Okay.
And then we broke up after 7 or 8 months of college. So then
Fuck.
I'd settled into this work ethic that was at a lower grade than what I was doing before I got a girlfriend. So then I took that to a college where I didn't really want to be. And of course, then she was there that whole time as well, after we'd broken up. So the pain of seeing her as well. And then the pandemic happened at the worst possible time. That meant that I never got to sit my exams. So I didn't even get the opportunity to redeem myself in that sense either.
oh man,
Yeah, I
And
mean,
like, I've only just gotten back on top of things in the last 6 months or so, getting a job and sort of being able to divide my time appropriately where I feel like I'm achieving. And that all stemmed from me going to prom with her.
That's
And
so big.
it genuinely
it's big.
just, it crushed probably 3 years of my life. Just gone.
yeah, that one decision just
Yeah.
changed 3 years of your life
No,
completely.
but like I do feel that.
So yeah, that's my one.
Pain.
That is pain. I will admit.
Taking risks does.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it happens.
It does, yeah.
It does happen.
Yeah.
That's just life. But the important thing is you come out on top anyway. So yeah, anyways, for that all said and done, we can move on to the next question. This could be, again, quite interesting. So what occupation or field of study, other than what you're doing now, would you like to try out?
Well, I currently study in the field of city planning, so like designing neighborhoods and stuff, but I've always been interested in like the stars and planets. So doing something like I don't even know what it's called in English.
Astronomy.
Yeah, astronomy. I think that would be really interesting. It's,
Astronomy could actually be pretty cool,
yeah,
but it's like
Yeah, it's cool.
learning that stuff though. Learning
yeah.
all of it.
but, like if you see what NASA is doing and like the images you see from like the James Webb Telescope, and it just looks all so cool, you know.
Yeah,
You would need to learn astrophysics though, and I heard that's like super complicated.
it's
Oh,
very
yeah.
complicated, but
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
it would be cool because I mean you see all the kinds of stuff they're doing, you know, in astronomy and whatever, space exploration and research, and it's like, you know, what fascinated me about that actually, we're going off a tangent, but it doesn't matter. Is, you know, for example, when you know they're putting like, you know, all these rovers on Mars or whatever, and they're actually you know capturing videos and photographs of it, and it's just like, you know, that's on a planet like
Yeah,
a 6-month journey away.
there's like literally not anywhere on this ball.
Yeah, and they also showed like video footage of the like rover like landing on Mars, and it's, you know, it's unbelievable to think that. And you also saw recently when they like crashed a spacecraft into an asteroid for testing like planetary defense. It's like,
They literally
you
have
know,
a fucking video.
they literally recorded it, and it's like,
Wow.
what the hell, you know? I find that awesome.
Really is.
I suppose I would go next. Of course, my field of study was computer science, or just interesting. But I think one thing I want to try doing is like being an electrician or something on those lines. So to do with electronics really, because yeah, it's cool stuff that you can do. It has variety, and of course, it does pay pretty well, to be fair, and it's a safe job to have. So maybe something I would consider trying in the future.
Yeah, there's always not enough electricians in the world, right?
Well, there's not enough of anything, to be honest.
Blue collars.
Yeah, they always complain in the UK there's not enough, electricians, not enough plumbers, not enough, engineers, construction workers, even recently, truck drivers. There's no more, people say there's not enough as well. There's not enough of anything, is what they say. So, yeah.
I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, if you want.
Well, all right. Well, my study last year, I tried out economics and IT. That didn't really work out for me. Like economics just wasn't really my thing. This year, I'm gonna be trying out English language studies.
Okay.
But if there's one like field of study that I really want to try is acting, like just fully acting.
As male characters this
theater.
time? Or
Yeah.
not first?
I would prefer male characters. I would
Tall,
prefer
strong
if
females.
strong,
What do they say,
like
dummy mummies.
how do you say that? Like strong.
Independent.
What's independent? Yeah, strong independent woman. She's just walking onto the stage. And it's just a fucking 6'3" guy with a wig.
Sick.
Yeah, but no, for real. Like, if I would ever get a chance to like star in a movie, I would definitely take it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'd love that. For real. It wouldn't even have to be like a main character role or anything. Like, even if I was like a side character that gets like 2 lines, that's enough for me, bro.
One of those people that crosses the street in a scene.
Hey, yo. But I would cut the clip of it, right?
Yeah.
I literally cut a clip of it and show it to everyone. Like, look, I was in that movie. Like, that's me walking through. It would be so hype.
Oh, my camera
What's up?
died.
Yeah.
No.
Well, oh no.
Hang on. Hang on.
Progress. Technical difficulties.
The guy to my right.
I didn't even do anything.
Jerry, you can like overlay technical difficulties in that.
I can, yeah, I
Hey,
can
you
do that. I'm gonna do that.
So we'll wait for Harvey to sort his camera before he shares his one.
Oh, wasn't it? It's fully died on my turn.
Oh no.
This is poor timing.
Are we gonna have to talk to technical difficulties from now on?
This is so
Yeah.
embarrassing.
So what does the technical
yikes.
difficulties thing want to do as a job? I assume not be a thing on the screen.
Yes.
Oh,
Why is it so low?
I need to actually put this into OBS. Fuck. Hold on.
Oops.
I'm doing it.
Oh.
You'll be back. Oh.
Hi. Oh, I see him.
Oh, there we go. We did it.
I hope 2 pixels of him.
We got packet loss to
Herbie,
fuck,
Herbie, give
but
us a wave. Herbie, give us a wave.
Yeah.
Herbie,
Hold on.
give us a wave.
alright, it works.
We
Okay.
blame the camera.
Yeah.
Alright, so Herbie, would you like to share your one now that you're back?
Mine's pretty boring actually. I'd want to be a train driver.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Well, like a cross county or like cross country train?
No, more of a metropolitan route, like maybe even a subway driver, that kind of thing.
All right.
It stems actually from when we were in London for the spring split major,
Yeah.
and 4 of us went into the centre of town to see a few sites. They wanted to see the London Eye, Big Ben, etc., etc. And in between, we went everywhere on the tube. And I was with, was it Dennis, Ruben, and Deddy?
Yeah.
Oh.
That is.
And I don't know if they figured it out. They probably did figure it out. Oh.
Hey, you're back. You're back.
You're back.
I'm
You're
going to
back.
turn my camera off. Sorry, guys.
Ah.
Technical difficulties are back, unfortunately, and they will stay.
It will stay that way.
Yeah, I'll be lagging
Unfortunate.
too much otherwise. So
Okay.
Anyways.
We're gonna blame your internet.
I'll sort
You're
it
not
out
at
for next
fault.
time. But anyway, I'll finish. I don't know how far I actually got into my point before I started lagging.
No, you said my name, Daddy's name, Dennis's name.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if you guys figured it out whilst I was dragging you around, but I wasn't necessarily taking the most efficient route on the London Underground. I was just trying to cross off as many lines as possible whilst we were travelling.
We did take a lot of colours. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was so excited about it. I hadn't been to London in quite a while, and I'm really into the whole transit maps thing and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
I
even got
honestly wouldn't mind being a train driver. I think it'd be quite a chill job, except for the rare moments where it's very much not a chill job.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty unique. That's pretty cool, actually.
Mm-hmm. I respect it because, well, so when I went to London, right, at the major, that was the very first time I went to London, and the one thing I love most about London is the transport system because it's just so simple and
It's
incredibly
so efficient.
it's so efficient, convenient. It's like you don't have to talk to anybody. You just go in and you just tap your fucking phone on the gate, on you go to the train, and then do the same when you get off. And it's just like it can't get more easy than that. You know what I mean? There's no one asking you for your ticket or anything. You don't have to talk to anyone. You just get on and on your way. So I love that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun for sure. So that's the thing that I would want to do.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
the perfect stay then, because we had the Elizabeth line that went straight to our hotel.
Yes,
basically.
the best line in the London.
Oh, that's the most
Yeah.
recent one that opened, isn't it?
Yeah. It was perfect time.
Yeah. Fab. Right, we'll move on to the fourth, and we'll make it the final question because we're up to just about an hour now. This one could cause maybe some controversy, but we'll see. What are some first name stereotypes that any of you have?
Well,
So
there is one obvious one.
Okay.
Karen.
Karen. Yeah. Karen.
Yeah.
Karens are bitches. Which
Karens are bitches. Yep.
I know multiple Karens that are super lovely women. So
I have one other one.
okay.
Mhm.
Karen.
Okay.
Every person named Gary is an old man.
Gary.
There is no young people named Gary. I'm convinced. Or Bob.
And yeah,
Do we count Garrett as that? 'Cause they could have Gary as a nickname.
Oh shit, good point.
Yeah. And
I
I
mean-
know a certain Garrett that plays for.
yeah,
team
the
that-
one I know one Gary, and he's like in his mid-40s, so
Ah, yeah.
he was like, well, now former co-worker. But yeah, he's like a generic Gary pretty much. So
Oh, also everyone called him Mitchell. He wears trackies, drinks energy drinks, and is like a roadman.
See, one of my co-workers is called Karen, and she is honestly the
Wait.
nicest woman ever.
Yeah. Karens are sometimes nice.
I'll
Yeah.
go with a stereotype that's a little bit closer to home. Anytime I hear the name Ruben, I assume it's somebody that can bang one in from 35 yards out.
I mean,
Can you?
I mean, he can.
I could, yeah.
He
Nice.
can.
You have not seen me play football in the Netherlands because you weren't there, but yeah. We did. Oh, we saw me play football in London. Actually, we played.
No, I didn't.
The 20 versus 20. Wait, you didn't?
I was far too ill at the time. That's why I left early.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
Actually, Ruben, going back to the Gary point, right?
Yeah.
I just did a quick Google search, and here it says because of the Gare sound at the beginning in American English, Gary is sometimes incorrectly thought to be a diminutive of Garrett. However, the names are unrelated.
Oh.
the more you know.
Okay. So,
So
Gary G is
every
not-
Gary
it's
is
not
an old
Gary
man.
G.
It's not Gary
yeah.
G.
Gary G. Imagine.
Okay.
I do have a couple. Very generic. Well, actually, one's just one I find, and one's quite generic. Anyone called Kyle is probably a druggie. And anyone called Kieran is a dickhead.
Kieran.
Oh, that's actually true. That second one.
I know one Kieran that's actually really nice. I do like him, but every other Kieran I've known is probably a cunt. So
I watch a YouTuber, Kieran Brown, and he's actually pretty nice.
I know him.
Yeah.
You know, we used to have a Kyle in Ascension. He
Did
goes
we?
by the name of Flix.
Oh yeah.
His name's Kyle.
His
He's
name
a
is Kyle.
druggie.
He is a druggie.
Oh yeah, no Flex. Alright, Flex, you're watching this, you're a druggie. Sorry. He's
Where
Scottish
do I
as
know
well.
Kieran from
It's
as well?
He's
the-
Scottish, yeah.
Yeah.
If Flix is watching this, I don't imagine he was expecting to catch a stray like that, for real.
Well, it's also so random how we met him in London. He was just walking in front of us and was like, hold up, he sounds like Flix.
Is that actually what happened?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
Well, he was just walking, minding his own business, and you were like, "Wait, he sounds like Flix."
Well,
It was
no,
in the train station,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. In the train station. I think he was talking to his dad, I believe.
Bruh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what a reveal!
Yeah, it's funny. But yeah. Kyle.
It's like
Kyle.
with me and Waffle. Motherfucker started just recording me.
Oh yeah.
I come up to Waffle on the fucking airport, and I just see some random dude whip out his phone. I just knew it was Waffle straight away. The first thing he did when he saw me, just
It doesn't top me and Cool meeting up with Deddy for the first time. This was on the very first day of London when we were all trying to assemble for the first time. And of course, Droop and Dennis and Merc didn't arrive until like 2 in the fucking morning. So the rest of us had to try and get together before that and check into the hotel with 2 slight issues that were preventing us from doing such a thing. The first of which being that Deddy had no mobile data. So we had contact with him up until he got off the plane. And then all we knew about him as we tried to find him in the centre of Stratford was that he was Swedish and he was a very generic looking blonde person.
What?
And there was 0 leg room for him to like help us out with that. We eventually found out that he was wearing a green jumper,
Which wasn't green.
which wasn't green.
what was it?
It was more like
Brownish.
khaki. Yeah. It was definitely not proper green. It was so lucky that we actually found him when we did, because he was walking past us in the opposite direction and he spotted us. So
Nice.
we might never have found him the whole weekend otherwise.
I don't think I had that. Well, when I went to London, like I was with my group, it was a bit of a mess, but not nearly as much of a mess. If you get the only part is that you guys probably know JR, or at least heard of him. He was in our group, JR.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in like in the Weatherspoons apparently, in Stratford, but we had no fucking clue what was going on with him, so everyone was assuming he was like drunk in the toilet or something. But then when we went to actually get him, he was fine. But yeah, that was also quite a day, because I think when I got off like the train, I met up with Messi and Penny to begin with, and then we had to try and find Captain Tobias, but they had no fucking clue where they were going, and eventually they got off. And I told them like, oh, I'm just on a ramp outside the train station. But then Penny and Messi came out, and then we just started walking around the fucking block. And then we saw them walk at the train station. They didn't fucking see us. I had to fucking shout at them. And then they're like, oh, there you are. So yeah, quite funny how it goes down. But nowhere near as chaotic as, someone not having data, because, I mean, I don't even know how that happens. Not gonna lie.
I mean, I think Swedish people have like roaming, or so. They don't have like normal data in the UK for some reason.
That's odd.
Yeah. It was really fun to read all of the panic that happened in the private Discord group that we had while we were just chilling in the plane.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, we can't find him. Last message from like 8 hours ago. Fucking panic.
That must be some adventure for Daddy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's
I
like,
think it wasn't as much of an adventure for him as it was for me and Cool, because he probably just arrived in Stratford, walked out the door, hovered around for 15 minutes, and then found us ready to stab him.
Yeah.
Well, I hope for those of us that are going to Rotterdam that we don't have the same level of shenanigans like that.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, because yeah, I mean, I don't know fuck all about Rotterdam, but I hope I'll at least have data so I can find my way.
Just stick around Dennis. He knows the place.
Oh yeah, true.
Just find Dennis and stick with him.
Find the locals.
Exactly.
Find the locals.
They'll know what's up. All right. Shall we finish up then? Because I think
Might be a good idea.
yeah,
An hour and
because
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Recording.
yeah, hour and 5 is what I've got. So
Good enough.
that'll do. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you did make it to the end, anyone who's watching, thank you for watching this first episode. Of course, feel free to leave feedback for us. We do appreciate it, and we hope to be back with episode 2 sometime in the future. Hopefully, the week after we've seen this one. So it's been me, Ruben, Cherry, and Harvey with no camera. And yeah, thank you all, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good one.